Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 392, released April 2000. Cover price $2.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do that, let me please remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. That's the best way to support this YouTube channel. I don't know about others, but this one, hitting like, hitting subscribe, and leaving comments, best way to support us. Trying to get to 900 by the end of Lent, by Easter, Jesus Christos. I don't know what else to say. That's my goal. And I'm nearly there, and I can't get there without your support. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippinthrough. The link is down in the description. Check it out and see what you get. These are the people that I get to thank for their support today. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misimo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Mead-Sperry, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Ori, and Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, wrong button. With that, here we are. The whole reason we are all here. Mad Magazine number 392. Look at this. Regis Philbin. What does his voice sound like? I don't know. Regis Philbin. I'm trying to do an impression of somebody from Saturday Night Live trying to do an impression of Regis Philbin. Anyway, it's not going well. I should probably just move on, but I won't. Regis Philbin. Rebus Philbin. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? If you weren't there, you guys, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Hosted by Regis Philbin of Regis and Kathy Lee, a.k.a. Regis and Kelly. It was massive. It was a show that gave away $1 million prize, which seemed the way that everybody's reacting to it seemed unheard of at the time. And I don't know if it was or not, but it was a big deal. It'd be on once a week, and they would potentially give away $1 million. And it was cool because there'd be like some dumbass questions at the start, and then we'd get a lot harder. Here you have founding father, Alfred E. Neuman. This note is legal tender if you can find some idiot to take it. Max Korn's signature, treasurer of the United Schmucks. William Gaines, secretary of Trashery. It's kind of a fun one. I was going to go further into detail about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and then I realized they might be talking about it later on in this magazine. I have been in the habit of going through the issues before I film, but I'm on a time crunch this evening because it's been a busy week. So I'm recording this the night before, and so I just need to get it done. Here we have a house ad. The Grin Reaper wants you to subscribe to MAD. I'm going to show you this. Now, I looked a few pages in. So, what you call an unreliable narrator. And I have thoughts on this. MAD editor's note. As you probably already know, America Online has purchased the parent company of MAD Magazine, Time Warner. In the future, it will be known as AOL Time Warner. The question arises, will MAD continue to be hard on AOL, poking fun at every phase of its operation, as it has since AOL came into being? The answer, of course, is a definite yes. We, the editors of MAD, are a fearless lot, and nothing here has or will change. Of course, it will be harder to poke fun at AOL, given their dramatic improvement in service. We're not sure if that is due to the millions they have spent, wisely, in buying brand new state-of-the-art equipment, or perhaps it is AOL's outstanding leadership, starting with its brilliant founder, Stephen Case, or as we prefer to call him, our buddy Steve. No, our sights will not be lowered, our guns will not be unloaded. They'll still target online services, especially those real crappy ones like Prodigy and Juno. You know what we mean. The online services that really suck. The ones that should take a lesson from the leader in online services, AOL. Fearlessly yours, the editors. Here's the problem I have with this is as somebody that, because of MAD, questions advertising, if it acts like an ad, even if it's a joke, it's an ad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could say you're making fun of AOL in that. Are you? Or are you making fun of yourselves? But you are mentioning all the good shit about AOL. So to me, even if it's like tongue in cheek, it's still acting as an ad. And it's sort of like my conspiracy theory I've talked about before. Like, I think certain appearances of Warner Brothers, or I mean, really any corporate entity in the pages of Mad Magazine, I have a sneaking suspicion that those are advertisements, that they paid to have a mad look at Wonder Woman or a mad look at Spider-Man. Because sometimes it's just, I don't know, it feels more like an ad than it does an actual parody. But what do I know? That is really just a conspiracy that I've thought up alone in this studio that I have. All right, another house ad. I'm not hitting these as ads, okay? I know. I'm becoming soft in my own old age, but I'm not hitting ad alert. This stuff, the Mad Color Classics, were sick. I got a bunch of these from when I was a kid. Yeah, that's all. That's all I have to say. We're going to keep trucking. Here we have, I'm going to just pick a random letter. How about this one? Stomp the Insanity. RE, issue 388's Mad looks at what's on the back of your ticket. Riverdance stub. Obviously, there are no Irish step dancer on your staff. Anyone knows that Lord of the Dance is Stompity Stomp Stompa and Riverdance is Tackety Ticky Ticky. You are getting the shows mixed up. Lord of the Dance? What? And Riverdance. Lord of the Dance, was that Michael Flatley? How do I remember that? How do I remember Michael Flatley's name from like over 20 years ago? Golly, that's funny. Dudson's Geeks. This was a show. This is on WB. This is on their channel, Mad Magazine's channel, WB. James Vanderbeek. Some lady who married Tom Cruise. This gal, total babe. This is like not a show I watched, but it was a show that my sister watched, and I would sometimes watch it too. All right, I'm going to be honest. I sometimes watch it too. Here we have, look at that. Is that Meglin and Viviano? Here we have the artist, Ray Alma, writer, Josh Gordon. You work for the WB? Guilty as charged. Then tell me, what's the series about? It's the poignant story of 4 teenagers striving for self-awareness in a rapidly changing world. Come on, what's it really about? Okay, it's 30-something with zits. What the hell is 30-something? Yeah, look, he wanted to be a movie director. He loved Steven Spielberg, which as a kid I was like, was Steven Spielberg? I'm still like that. I don't understand why they chose Steven Spielberg if this guy's like an artsy film guy. Ray Alma, like how many parodies did he do? Just like looking at this, though, it does seem kind of not bleak, but there's not a lot going on. Ray Alma's a great artist, but you know, there's not like a lot of chicken fat. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, doesn't it look like a little stark? Here we have a mad peek behind the scenes at the Discovery Channel. with Paul Coker Jr. as the artist. Writer Mike Gallagher. I wonder if he's any relation to Gallagher, the tomato guy, pumpkin guy, walnut guy, watermelon guy. Could be. All right. I'm just going to move it on. I'm not going to read that. A mad look at the courts. This looks like a mad look at that I want to look at. You know what I'm saying? Not a mad look at the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as the Scorpion King, coming out in May 2003. And he's like, wait, what are you doing? She's like, I'm going to sex it up. Judge is a lady. But ladies can like ladies now. I don't know if that was the case back in 2000. You never know. I already saw the punchline. That's the problem. And then look at, they just kick the shit. Oh my goodness. I wonder. Whoa. Oh, I got to send that to Kyle Bridget. Hold on. All right. So Kyle Bridget is. He's trying to catalog all of the nudity in Mad Magazine. And so I'm trying to help him. Anytime that I do a review, I want to, you know, love this one. I'm sorry, I got distracted. This is like, this is so awesome. That's like one of the all-time greats. Oh my goodness. Boy, when it's not. Listen, all right, I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna let my conspiracy theory about ads and Mad go because it's distracting even me. But golly, these are so good. It's like screaming and pointing at him. Oh, he broke his finger. Oh, you guys can't see that. I gotta zoom in again. I wonder if they could do an omnibus of all the Mad look-ats. That would be pretty cool. Oh, that's pretty horrible. That's a horrifying prospect. Here we have Herman Mejia. I don't even have to look at it. I noticed it right there. Whoa! It's not Herman Mejia. I thought it was. It's Rick Geary and Keith Seidel. This is Rick Geary. This is Keith Seidel. I thought, oh, that's embarrassing. But you know, I just get so excited to see Herman Mejia. The logic behind men's and women's TV viewing choices. Let's see it. America's funniest home videos. Fun fact, I had a video featured on America's funniest home videos. Females tune in to see precious shots of kids being cute, zany antics of household pets, anything heartwarming. Males tune in to see the 10 to 15 clips per episode of guys getting it smacking the nads. Old people falling on their keister and Daisy Fuentes' décolletage. This is actually like the dark period for America's Funniest Home Videos. Obviously, there's like the golden age, which is Bob Saget. And then you had all these like in-between people like Daisy Fuentes. And then you have like this, it was like really low. That was kind of low. And then, who is the guy's name? Shoot. Tom Bergeron. Tom Bergeron was the host. And that pumped it way up. That was like a second golden age. It was really great. Antiques Roadshow, females tune in to see expert advice on collectibles, interesting family stories, fascinating antiques from around the world. Males tune in to see the remote chance of learning the exact present-day value of those comic books their mother tossed out years ago. The pathetic look sabs get on their face when they find out that their precious heirloom isn't worth diddly squat, and they're holding the Billy beer. Billy Carter, his beer. Cops, females tune in to see, not applicable. Males tune in to see hookers with your yabos and tata. They're yabos and tatas hanging out. A good knockdown, drag-out marital dispute, and 100-mile-per-hour drunk driving tips. That's fun. I like this one. Here we have Tales from the Duck Side, Slithering Heights. Ooh, fun there. He got tattooed. Tiempo es pesos. What the hell does that mean? Tiempo es pesos. Meaning. Oh, here I can try out this new thing. All right, let's see. Tiempo? No. Spanish dictionary. No. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Google Translate. Boom. What is it? Tiempo? Es pesos? Tiempo. Time is pesos? Time is pesos? What the hell does that mean? Time is pesos. Time is... They must mean time is money. That's what they mean, I think. Oh, here's Peter Kuper, Spy versus Spy, back when it was like airbrushed or spray paint. You know what? I always thought spray painted, but then I realized, no, it's airbrush. That's what he's using. He's not doing... He's an artist in a studio. He's not like me in my garage using a stencil. So, no, it's an fucking airbrush. Duh. I'm embarrassed it took me that long to figure out. You guys, this is like the high point for me. Melvin and Jenkins is Desmond Devlin's best work, I have to say. I'll tell you this, like, I grew up reading Highlights magazine. Like when I was really little, Highlights magazine is what I had. And one, I don't know why, but like Goofus and Gallant, I really liked Goofus and Gallant because one, you know what? I wanted to be a little gallant, but I felt pretty goofus in life. So it was nice to be represented in Highlights magazine. And then reading Mad magazine and enjoying Mad magazine and having a Goofus and Gallant for the modern era, oh my gosh, it felt so good. I loved this. So it felt, oh, this is great. Jenkins, anyway, that's my point in that is that Melvin and Jenkins is Goofus and Gallant. Jenkins has a special cabinet in his living room to display his assortment of Hummel figurines. Melvin, long ago, buried his statuettes in the backyard, but he can still feel their little ceramic eyes staring, staring, staring. Jenkins sometimes looks through his old baseball cards and relives the thrills the players had given him over the years. Melvin lessens the mint book value of his baseball card collection with his habit of drawing thick black X's on the faces of every player who dies. Jenkins, I thought that was something else. Jenkins has one shelf in his home devoted to his collection of vintage first editions of great books. Melvin measures the wobble under his kitchen table, walks into the antique bookshop and says, "Give me about 3 inches of Tolstoy." That's funny. All right. Here we have Mad's all-purpose cliche script for VH1's Behind the Music. Behind the Music. This is my area. God, they're making fun of all these things that I remember. This is like the hard thing about doing Mad magazines from the year 2000. You know, I was like, how old was I? Like 15 years old? Very memorable time. But anyway, they were like documentaries, basically, about bands. And they were really cool. They were just a really fun thing to watch. And they would do like Van Halen, Billy Joel, P. Diddy, whoever these gentlemen are. Look at this Rick Tulka art. Rick Tulka is so good at these. They would do that a lot, where it's like, all right, fill the page with illustrations. This way to Nirvana. Poor Kurt. Now here's Monroe and the Lawsuit. Artist Bill Ray. Writer Anthony Barbieri. This is one. Again, if you want to go through Monroe and the Lawsuit, Kyle Bridget and I are going through every single Monroe comic, one by one on our podcast, Potter's ZB Podcast, available everywhere. Everywhere you can get a podcast, you can get Potter's ZB. Our latest one, we watched Airplane, and I watched it for the very first time, so you should go and check that out. Remember, listen all the way to the end. Kyle does a very good job of editing and making it entertaining all the way to the final seconds. Anyway, the lighter side of. See, it's okay if I like am getting distracted by all sorts of stuff, because then I get to things like the lighter side of, and I just skip it. Here we go. Order a gift subscription. 1-800-4MAD-MAG. I wonder if that would still work. I should try calling it. Oh, I should try calling it on a live stream. That's what I'll do. Here we have, who is this? Tom Bunk is the artist. In this age of information, we're constantly bombarded with data which we blindly accept as fact. But even the most seemingly straightforward of factoids can be manipulated to fool you. Luckily, when the world conspires against you, MAD is here to help you by pulling back the curtain, letting the truth shine in, and revealing the difference between half fact and whole fact. Half fact, every 10 seconds, the human population increases by 26 people. Whole fact, at least 25 of them are already tired of Ricky Martin. Living la vida loca. Half fact, the phone number for the White House is 202-456-1414. Washington, D.C. Is that true? Whole fact, there is no voicemail option for I'd like to have phone sex with the president. Is that for real? Should I call that number instead? Anyway. That'd be cool. All right. Anyway, I'm not going to call it, I don't think. What really goes on at the teachers, at those teachers' conferences? What is that? More half fact, whole fact. You know what? Let's spend a little time. Let's look. Even though we don't have a lot of time left. Look at that Tom Bunk artwork. Just drink that in. Natural alpine spring water. Oh my gosh, there's more! Oh, Kyle! Good thing I went and checked that. I am so good. I treat Kyle so good. 1/3 of all adult Americans are overweight. Another 1/3 are women who only think they are. Dang, that's deep. What really goes on at those teachers' conferences? Caldwell, a bunch of them just cut the conference altogether, sneak off to the bathroom, and light up. Dang, look at that. They look cool as hell. That's what smoking does to you. They hold fashion seminars. Notice how the high waistline works with the girdle to enhance the overall plaid effect. They attend student communications workshops. Yo, G, looking fresh. Cat's up. What's up? What's up? Oh my God. And here we have Boobs wants to be. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. I remember this, you would have to call collect if you had to call long distance. What are they making fun of? But anyway, John Lithgow was a spokesperson for them. Call and collect. You would dial this number, and then you would, I forget how, and then you would dial another number that you want to get to, and then you pay $1 million frickin' dollars just to make that phone call. But here's Boobs wants to be a millionaire. Who did the artwork for this? Oh, writer Desmond Devlin and artist Gary Hallgren. Let's meet our new contestants from Cleveland, Ohio, Robert D'Esposito, from Northampton, Massachusetts, Doug Bouchard, Kevin Hordern. These are just like names. Here's the Black Alfred. Is that it? I don't know, man. I think that might be. I don't know if you can get away with that in this today's culture. These always like there's parts of this guy kind of looks like he sort of has that Bill Ray style almost. Like you can see the brush, kind of brushy, loose style. I don't know if I'm describing that well at all. I don't really know if it works on this, but I like it, I have to say. Yeah, look at this. Total Monroe vibes, Bill Ray vibes for sure. You know what the coolest part about Who Wants to Be a Millionaire was? Is that you could kind of play along up to a certain point because the people were so dumb or the questions were for such dumb people. Oh my gosh, dude, there's like babes in this one. Who is this guy? www.myseat.com. Gary Hallgren. I'm gonna have to do some research. Here we have the Spending Annex Adult Education Center. The more you spend, the more we earn. And unfortunately, I've dawdled too much going through this. So I can't give this a fair shake. Here we have the Herman Mejia. All right, you know I'm going to make time for Herman. You know that. Come on. Gwyneth Paltrow, betting odds. Cause of death, catches pneumonia and skimpy Oscar nitrous. Obviously, she's had a crazy trajectory. You would not, this is collapsed lungs from constant wearing of too tight bustier costumes. In period films she does. Blows away in 10-mile-per-hour LA breeze. Chokes on own tongue trying to deliver dialogue in phony British accent. Killed by crazed orthodontist out of fear that she'll make overbites. Trying to, what's it? Is that an overbite? What's an overbite? Doesn't Arya have an overbite? Anyway, as you can see though, the fold-in remains unfolded because I'm not a monster. Here we have Dear and Departed, Bentsum and Hedges. I guess it went out of business? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope that you enjoyed this episode. Remember, hit like, hit subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.